support video, which Dazzle's playing right now. So shout out Dazzle.
True self is without form.
Okay, first things first, we're gonna always come this side right here. This is the best side to come, always. So we're gonna have Winston, Sombra checking up here, make sure that's clear. We're gonna have Diva checking up here and around here, making sure it's clear. So once they give us the go-ahead, I'm assuming enemy team is gonna have the majority of their team right about here. Sometimes you'll see like a Roadhog right here, Symmetra somewhere right there, Junkrat, maybe on this side too. But either way, it's only going to be one or two people. They're going to have the other four or five right about there. So once we get the go-ahead, we are going to immediately come into this room here and push through here. If there's a okay, so I guess let me back up. So at this, right as we're pushing in, Sombra is going to be contesting point. So at that point, we might have a couple people dropping back. I would probably say wait for the Sombra queue to push in. So we're going to push. We're going to probably drop a Winston bubble right about here. So you'll have a couple seconds of safety. And here, if there's anyone in here, free kill right there. All right. 6 against 1 in this tiny room. Unless it's Junkrat. Junkrat might be a little bit hard. Might kill somebody. That's okay. We have res. Watch your back here. If anyone tries to come behind us, just Discord. But eventually, so if they're all 6 over here, let's make it through here safely. Up here. If there's anyone trying to kind of be a hero, like a Junkrat or a Roadhog, we can probably try to get a free kill right here if they're by themselves. But if not, everyone else comes up here. This is what we're gonna hold on attack. Right. So by this time, everyone should be, or it's close to everyone who's alive. If we get a couple picks, that's great. Everyone should be on point. Discord, take cover if you need it. Okay, so that's that. GG on that first point. So if we don't get that on the first point, you don't see too many teams re-holding choke after we, got a tick or got pretty far on our first push. I wouldn't expect too much resistance on the choke on the second time around, unless we didn't even make it over here. Then we might have some resistance on the choke, but most teams will probably be playing point if we get a good first push. So, same thing, just come through here safely, soundly, and back up here to our spot. If there's someone high ground, call the discords, basically, high ground discorded. Yeah, that's that. Basically, just repeat this process until it works. If for whatever reason they're holding up here, or they're not giving us this side of the map anymore, you just come through here and take the other side. And we do the same thing over here. Okay. So, I know we kind of talked about this map in the past, but I do think this side is a little bit not as ideal for us to be on, at least starting out, because this side you do have a limited view of the choke here. Oh, sorry, that's defense. Sorry. All right, so we're on attack. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, so just basically whatever side they give us, we take the high ground. It's gonna be you, Soldier, and Mercy up here. If Mercy goes down for whatever reason, I need you guys to stay up here so she can have an escape route. So basically, there's really no good reason for you to ever be on point unless we're all capping it. All right. And even then, it's still, I still might want you up here. I don't. Because let's say like a Zarya comes in, you know, just they're respawning and or a Dio bomb or something like wipes out the whole team. I don't know. Just, I still feel like I want you and Soldier, and even Mercy too, to be up here, just kind of away from anything like that that might happen to the team. Grav, Diva bomb. If you have Transcendence, maybe you can be down here. Maybe that's fine. I still wouldn't want you to waste it on first point. You know, let's try and save that for second point if we can. Okay, that's first point there. On our first attack, obviously everything's going to come through middle. We're going to go for the steamroll. Check the corners, make sure it's safe, make sure there's no one here, no one over here. Okay, and we're just going to use all the ults that we have, whether it be, we should have EMP, we should have maybe Attack Visor, Diva Bomb.
Experience tranquility.
Okay, and that should be end of round. GG's. So, second point. I'm going to have our tanks and everyone come up here first, like our Winston, Diva, Mercy. They're coming up here. To clear, if anyone's up here, they should not be up there anymore. I do think it's okay if you... Actually, this might be a little risky. Maybe you come through... Maybe you come through choke. That's probably the safest thing for you to do on this part of the map. Because you're going to have to wait for this thing to get up here. By the time it's clear... Okay, maybe you come up here. That's okay. You can come up here or come through choke. I'm okay with either one. But once we get this side of the map secure, I really want to push everyone either to point back there or behind this house here. So once we've pushed everyone out of this area, we're basically just going to control this whole side of the map right here. Sombra's going to have this health pack hacked. She wasted her EMP on the last push. We just basically all need to farm. I mean, not you at Mercy. Basically, just if you take damage, you know, go ahead and farm it. If not, you know, that's fine too. But, trying to be too risky out here. You know, we don't need our supports dying first. So just, you can kind of spam. I would like it if you and Mercy were up here. I do feel like it's probably the safest spot to be because you do have a lot of cover right here from basically from anything. And you can see people coming from here if they try and flank us. If there's like a tracer or something, you can see. Got a pretty good view of everything, right? If someone's coming down here, you're probably not their first target because we'll have our tanks down here. We'll have soldiers gonna be running up here back and forth. Just farming the health pack. Sombra's going to be flanking. So once we get the... Well, Alright, so rule of thumb, I guess, on 2CP maps, you might have heard me say it in the other videos, is either 2 picks or EMP is when we make a really hard push. So if there's like a Roadhog or a Junkrat or a Reaper that tries to... You know, if they have a tank, if they have a Reinhardt, he's probably going to be staying on point. If they have a Diva, probably staying on point. But sometimes you'll see the DPS, or sometimes even a Roadhog try and come back here and, you know, maybe flank us, or just take us like head on right here. But, yeah, if we get 2 picks, you know, obviously we'll push on that even without ults, because we just have numbers. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We just this is our plan here. If you need to, you can take the floating pads with Soldier to get on this side. But I do feel like you should wait for our team to clear this area and then come on this side. I mean, you could even wait right there. That's fine too. So yeah, not really nothing too fancy for this map. Just basically clear this area up here, push them back to point, and control this area here. Farm the health pack, get the EMP, and that's GG's for the round. I say you won't see too many ults over here. I mean, sometimes you'll see like a hog trying to ult us here, but you should, just use Transcendence when we need it. That's pretty much it. So if you end up coming through the pads, I think you can wait like right here until our team joins us right here. That's fine too. Just so you're not exposed to any damage. Zenyatta doesn't have a lot of mobility, so yeah, that's that. That's attack, right? We're just gonna repeat that until we win basically, or switch up if we need to. So defense. I'm gonna have you up here to start. Like I was saying on attack, like I want us to really always have this side if we can, just because it has a better view of everything. You can see the choke here. You can't really see the enemies if they decide to go through that backside of the truck. They do have a pretty clear path to point. But on this side, we're still giving up a lot more. There's a lot more flanking choices on this point. They can either come high, they can come low, or they can come even all the way back here in the stairs, and they'll have a lot of cover to attack us from right here if we're holding right there. We don't really have to worry about that on this side. There's really only one spot for them to get us, unless they're like a Genji or Diva, Winston. They can obviously jump up here, but yeah. So I want us to hold this side of the map almost always if we can get it. So yeah, if they come through choke, if they spam damage right here. So basically it's going to be you. Everyone's going to be up here, minus Winston. I'm going to have myself or whoever's playing Winston be down here at first. So just make the call outs, be like, Winston, they're coming through choke. Get ready to jump them. So Winston's going to jump anyone that comes around this corner right there. Same thing over here. Like Winston, they're going through the inside. Wait at that door, and then Winston's gonna wait and jump him at the door, and then jump back to safety after if he gets a pick, or if not, just we'll see. We're hoping to get a pick with the Winston right there, but if not, he's just gonna have to jump back up here, and we'll have our whole team up here. So I guess the first scenario that I want to cover is if they come through here, and they end up getting all the way through up here, coming through the high ground up here. I want you, Soldier, and Mercy to back up over here. Basically, keep an eye on this door, an eye on this area right there, and to keep an eye on point. So if they send their whole team up here and they have like a tracer or someone that wants to be sneaky and touch point, you and Soldier are going to be in charge of discording and at least getting them off the point, right? Because if it's just a tracer or if it's just a Genji or if it's just a Sombra, they really shouldn't be. They don't have like any shields or anything, so they really shouldn't be able to escape a lot of your fire, and they should get them off the point pretty easily. So that's going to be your primary job, is to keep an eye on point and this backside right here, on the low ground. Winston, Diva, and Junkrat are going to be right here, making sure no one comes through this door. With the Junkrat, with the Winston, with the Diva, there really shouldn't be anybody coming through this door alive, at least. And I'm going to have them, if their whole team's like stuck in here, I might even have Junkrat and maybe or a tank come back here and just start, raining damage from back here. So. But that's not you. You're going to be just keeping the Discord, or keeping the Discords. If they come out through this door, Discord them, keep the harmony. And, maybe Mercy flies over here if someone's really low. But that might be a little risky, so you're going to maybe be in charge of most of the heals for our tanks and our Junkrat right here if they take damage. This might be a little too risky for Mercy to get over there. I mean, she can if she wants to, but just keep it orb on her if she's over there, and just keep the escape route clear if she wants to fly back. So, yeah, that's that. Like I said, they shouldn't be able to get through here. They should, if we get picks up here, we'll finish the rest. But they should all probably be funneling down here if we just make the call outs. Oh, they're low ground. They're right behind. They're all low ground basically. We're just make the call out. All right. And back it up if you need to. Now at that point, our tanks and our Junkrat, you know, once you make the call out that they're all down there, they can push through here, and you know, get the kills accordingly. You know, come through here, come through there, and we'll have support on the high ground. And yeah, that's that. Ideally, you know, we want them to come this way every time, because I feel like that we should be able to hold them pretty easily right here. We have all the resources to hold them right here very, very easily. But if they end up coming through choke and going around, going behind the truck, you know, from our point of view, and going around this way and taking the low ground, like I said, they'll be full health, right? There's no way we can really damage them from right there. So same thing, you know, like on attack, we just hold the high ground. Tanks are going to be down there. Tanks and Junkrat are going to probably drop down, but everyone else, you, Mercy, and Soldier, staying up here majority of the time. If we need a Transcendence, obviously that's your cue to drop down if we need it.
Experience tranquility.
But after it's done, you know, maybe kind of back up this direction and try to get back up here if you can. I know this sounds kind of slow, but you know, if you have to stay down there, just stay down there. Just keep the discords down there. If it's maybe wait till the end of the team fight. Keep the discords down here. So the other thing they can do, so we should be able to win that team fight too. We should be able to win all these team fights if we're able to control this high ground and no one does anything, you know, crazy stupid. But there are other choices to go through the high ground up here, through this room, either out there or through the health pack room. So if that's the case, you know, just kind of play. You know, play behind cover. I'm okay if you want to be in here and just wait for them to drop down. I mean, they have to drop down a point, right? They're the ones that have to capture, not us, because we're on defense. Here might be a little risky. You might have to drop down over here if you're taking too much fire from, let's say, a Soldier or McCree up here. But you should be okay. Even if they come up there, I feel like you should be somewhat okay. Use the pole as some little tiny cover. Use this wall here. This wall's probably gonna be your best friend if they come up top there. I guess you got a good angle from here too. Actually, never noticed that. But basically, I told our tanks wait until they jump down to point. If they try and come through this back way, they really shouldn't be able to get through us here because we'll have damage boosted Zen or damage boosted Soldier, Zen spam and Junkrat spam up here. So they really shouldn't be able to get to us from here. Yeah, basically same thing goes. Just wait till they drop down. Just spam at them. Transcendence when we need it. And I think that's pretty much it. Good hold. If that doesn't work, we're gonna come to the next point here for defense. And I kind of want you and Mercy to be situated up here. And the reason I want you guys on the high ground, a lot of these maps, is so that you don't get like Earth Shattered or Graviton or like Dragon Blade. I mean, the Genji could always go up there and Dragon Blade you guys up there, but they kind of have to go out of their way to do it. And I feel like it's just a little bit harder. Like you're safe from tack visors, you're safe from Deadeye most of the time. The high ground is just so much better for the supports. It's just so much less chance of you guys dying up here. So, second point, I want you to kind of just play around the high ground up here. Here, you got a good view of choke, so maybe start up here. Once they push in, you know, maybe you're kind of right here. I'm just going back and forth between these two spots. Keep the discords, keep the harmony. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, I really want you guys to be on high ground as much as you can, just out of direct line of fire. If they're right there, just come back here. Just listen for the call outs that team's making about where they are. Also keep an eye. Oh yeah, so you and Mercy are gonna really have to keep an eye on this flank here for Pharahs, Genjis, Tracers. Heck, sometimes even Divas and Winstons can jump back here too if they're brave enough. So yeah, just keep an eye. Yeah, keep an eye. Please keep an eye back here. We don't want to get flanked from back here and have our Zen die. Always be checking. Check over here. And also here too. Like they shouldn't be able to get. Our soldier's going to be right here. So he's going to be making the calls if they're coming through this backside right here. So if he calls out they're coming through this side, obviously you might want to reposition to either over here or maybe right here if you can get a shot at somebody coming up here. I would say if they come through that backside, I would say probably to move over to sort of this room right here, just so you have a good view of up here and down there. Also, another good thing about the high ground I forgot to mention is that Tracers, obviously the Tracers can get up here, but it's a lot harder for Tracers to get up here. Genjis can still get up here pretty easily, but Tracers will not be up here as much. I don't feel like it's just because they have to do all this extra work just to get up here. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for defense. Junkrat is right here. Tanks on the low ground. Soldier right there. You and Mercy. And I play in between all this backspace right here. So, yeah, like I said, that's pretty much it for this map. Let me know if you got any questions. See you later.